Okay, so hunting horn. Essentially, what you want to do is do 2 left clicks, which activates self-improvement, right? And self-improvement essentially increases your movement speed for this weapon, but for others it's like attack up, evade window up, whatever. But what you want to do is to activate it twice. How to do that? You can do it one or two ways. You can activate it by performing it twice using Encore. So here's the first activation, and then you activate it twice using Encore, and then now you have it twice. Or what you could do is to, you see it now moving faster, and then you can see up over here, I already got the attack buff. Or you could also just do left click, left click. Let's say you gotta dodge out of the way as the monster attacks, and then now you have your Q lined up. Now you can play the same song twice. One and then two. Once the white stuff shows, you already played it. Once you glow white, that's how you know you can dodge out of an attack immediately. You should watch out for that if you want to time your dodges right, especially when the monster attacks. Um, and depending on what weapon you're using, you would want to immediately buff yourself with attack. So you can see attack up large is purple, red, double, and then purple. So I already have purple lined up, and then red, and then double, and then boom. And then you can immediately activate it while flowing through the combo, and activate it twice with Encore, and that will give you XL. And you can see I glowed white, so I can immediately roll out of the way, and then that's immediately it. And then you can see your you can see your cheat sheet on the top right, which is easy enough. Some are a bit more support based, of course, but this one is attack based. Same with the bone weapon tree, it is attack based. The others are more like resistance based with support. I don't really recommend using those. Okay, so future me here. I was wrong. I just wanted to fact check myself about what you can get as the beginner weapon. It turns out it's almost the other way around. You can see I'm checking the melody effects here. As you can see, the bone tree here does hunting effects instead, where you can traverse quicker and you have less environmental damage, yada yada. Meanwhile, the horde tree, which is what you get at the beginning, actually is the more offensive based one, seeing as you can get defense up as well, and wind pressure negation, which is good if you're fighting against flying wyverns. Self-improvement, I think it's the same with everything, where its movement speed and attack boost that is increased. This one has a health boost as well, so if you need, extra health in the middle of combat, then you have that. Obviously you have different weapons here, but I think you'll discover that on the way as you're playing more of the game. So, yep, yeah, bad misinformation on my part, and we're gonna go and continue. Alright, so the last thing that you want to know is you can see in the very top right there is the fancy F note that is activated by pressing C. Now this is the new key added along with the Iceborne DLC. So if you want to have this note and its moves along with it, you will have to buy the DLC, unfortunately. So very pay to win. But then again, if you just want to go through the base game at first, there's no shame in that. There's plenty of stuff that you can already learn. Unfortunately, some moves aren't accessible because of this, like the one that I'm about to teach you, which is the Impact Echo Wave. This key can be activated pressing C. Now, what you'll soon realize if you're watching this while training yourself is that if you're not in a combo and you immediately press C, you won't actually activate the move itself. You will go into focus mode, where you will be aiming your slinger, slasher, claw shot which will let you grapple onto enemies and wedge beetles. So the main gimmick of this is that you'll have to use it while you are in a combo. Now, how that will work is that if you draw your weapon out like this and then press C, then you'll be able to activate it, and you can keep going like that in a combo in order to queue up the Impact Echo Wave, which is the new damage dealing move that you can get with the Hunting Horn, and it deals a lot of damage. Now let me show you really quick here by queuing it up, and you can see I am just continuously pressing the buttons required, and I am just basically queuing it up back to back, and that's what you want to do once you get the Hunting Horn buffs up, like for example Self-Improvement and Attack Up XL. And you'll have a moment where you can deal your maximum damage output, because this Impact Echo Wave deals even more damage, potentially more damage than the Greatsword True Charge Slash, which says a lot. Now obviously this is a blunt weapon, so the Impact Echo Wave does blunt damage instead of any other damage types. And in order to activate this, you'll have to perform it, wherein a large AoE will burst from your weapon head. Note, it comes from your weapon, not from your hunter, from your weapon. So that would mean that you would want to be careful with your positioning and know where your weapon lands when you're activating your skill. So here, I'll show you. I'm gonna activate it. There's the first attack, second, the third, and then if you encore it, you can see at the third one it did 372 damage. That is all of the damage that you've queued up with the Impact Echo Wave in one. So you can see the encore deals some very large damage at the end. Now you might be asking, can we increase this damage by buffing ourselves? And the quick answer is yes. So we're gonna do self-improvement really quick. Okay, I've buffed myself up, and now I have the Qs ready, and you can see $509 damage compared to the earlier 370 something. That's huge, considering you also dealt like how much was it? 300 plus the 70s, so that would be like almost 500, almost to a total of 1000 damage as well. Now you want to consider that the Impact Echo Wave does, the damage does get affected depending on which body part you're hitting, and since they're probably going to be aiming for the head anyways, that will maximize your damage potential. So be sure to queue it up when the monster, or before the monster gets knocked down from your attacks, especially since you would probably have Slugger or anything relating to KOing monsters, so keep an eye out for that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and you know, fucking have fun.